Main to the players and you guys, once you guys get to come around, you're seeing other teams and other programs around you?
I think every year is different. I think for us, I think we've been consistent enough over the years with how we play, and we have not quite been there the last couple of years. So, like for instance, for us this year, it's just getting back to being who we always have been. And I think that this team represents a little bit more like the FSU teams that you've been accustomed to seeing, quality of depth, different levels of guys being able to score from game to game. And I think that's kind of who we are this particular year. The biggest challenge that I've talked about is we all have to develop a different method of teaching and developing because we got so many new players. In other words, I think I said in there when Devin Vassell was a freshman, he was the only new player I brought into the program. This year I have 10 new players. And so trying to teach and get everybody on point to be together is challenging. For us, we've never been a team that one guy led us in scoring. We've had, our better teams, we have 9 different guys lead our team in scoring. That's the way we like to play. Move the ball, make the extra pass, create for each other, and that's the way we built our program. Well, the last couple of years I haven't been able to do that. I got one guy leading us in scoring every night, and that guy's playing 35 minutes. That just doesn't work for us. So now I think we're back now where I can go 10, 11 deep. We can sustain our effort for long periods of time, and we have an inside presence that I think will give us the challenge defense is a lot better. So for us, it's different than maybe it would have been for another team coming in. For us, we're excited because we get a chance to right the ship, so to speak.
There's been some references like the ACC maybe hasn't met its own standards in the last couple of years.
Well, I think, okay, now let's talk about that.
Okay.
See, that happens all during the preseason and beginning of the season. But every year, for the last 10 years, at the end of the season, we're in the Final Four, we're in the Elite Eight. Every year. But we get our butt kicked all during the year with whatever's going on in promotion and marketing. But nobody ever says, how can we be so bad during the season and every year we're in the Elite Eight in Sweet 16? And nobody talks about that. So we go through another year of getting beat up. Then at the end of the year, we're always standing higher than everybody else. It's almost like everybody they forget to even correct people. And it's interesting that as coaches, we all get recognized when we do good and we don't do good. But you can make a huge mistake on how you analyze and predicting somebody at the end of the season. At the end of the season, you're not held accountable. And that's what's been going on, in my opinion, for the last 10 years. And I don't know what has caused that. Do we need to be? I don't know what we can do. Because the facts prove out that what I'm saying is true. But how is that getting lost in the shuffle? There's no conversation about that. Shut up, because what you're saying does not bear out the facts. The facts check. In politics now, they don't fact check. We need to fact check those people. I mean, I got guys voting on us that let them to be down at the bottom and have never seen one player on my team play. So how you going to rank me when you don't ever see? You don't even know the names of the players on my team. Because what we're doing, if you get more recognition, and I also think the one thing that's hurt us is, from my perspective, it's positive. The pillars of the league, the top programs of the league, have lifted up the programs who have not gotten maybe some of the notoriety that they deserve. So now, we all beating each other up. That's good. That means the conference is stronger, that it's better, because now everybody's more competitive. For whatever reason, that's become a negative. In other words, we'll proceed to be better when one particular team is beating up on everybody. Well, now that we compete against each other, the same teams that are standing tall at the end of the season are getting they're being competed with by teams who are not getting the same recognition, and they're losing games as well. Every year, the top 5 people in the league gonna lose games to the people, the top bottom 5. That's good. The league is getting better. It's more competitive. That's a positive. But for whatever reason, that becomes a negative when a team who's going to end up being in the Final Four and the Elite Eight at the end of the season loses to a team that doesn't have the same recognition. And somehow or another, that has been the biggest challenge as I see it, because at the end of the season, we always standing tall in our rightful position, much more consistently than the other conferences.
Just one quick follow-up. You mentioned how people don't really know your team, so it's kind of hard to vote on. I come from Louisville. They've got a new coach, an entire new roster. How difficult is it, for a program like Louisville to start to say, okay, we want to get back into this race now?
I don't care where I'm ranked. It doesn't bother me at all.
Can we fact check you on that?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. The only thing is how you gonna play. Now, and that's a challenge. It's a challenge starting a new program at a level school, the level of Louisville. But he'll do a good job. But I remember when we joined the Big East from Miami. I was 0-18, but we won the championship. Went to the NCAA tournament. It was always competitive, but we started from here. The rest of the teams pulled us up. And that's what has happened in the ACC. Teams that maybe doesn't have the same recognition are extremely competitive. Guy asked me what's the toughest place to play. If you're not ready to play, regardless of where you play in the ACC, you're getting your head handed to you.
So you're not in favor of going to 18 conference games?
I don't care what they do. They can play 18 conference games, 20 for all I care. I'm going to show up and play. I mean, I don't major in the minor. I'm not worrying about those things I can't control. If they change it and we playing whatever many games, we're going to show up and play. But somehow or another, we haven't fact-checked enough, and we allow that to be something that has been carrying over. And what I don't understand, out of all the media-type people, why am I the only one talking about it? Why is it someone else don't see that whoever you guys are at the beginning of the season, for the last 10 years you've been wrong? And this is why. Where's that conversation? Where is it? I mean, that's news.
The way you finish, not the way you start, right?
Yeah.
Just quickly about Pat. We got a chance to play his teams twice. I can't remember the years. Pat Kelsey at Louisville. I mean, he played his teams a couple times. I'm just wondering if there's anything that you took away from those games. Back in the day, or just anything about his style of play, or coaching against Pat that stands out to you, things he can bring to the league.
Realistically, I'm not the same team that I was. I've added to my system.
Right.
I think I'm more concerned about us
Sure.
than I am my opponents. I'm gonna play the way we play. We're gonna defend the way we defend. Now, obviously, we're gonna direct once we know a little bit more about his team and the talents he has. But we all make adjustments over the years. We more of a read and react team than we were when we first got in, when we first started in the ACC.